The problem is in our relationship with nature. We think the nature is there for us to exploit and extract and whatever we want, and we could use it forever. But that is not sustainable. Planetary sciences tells us that the planet Earth is an enclosed system with its own limitations. We have not learned from history. For example, we had this great Mayan culture which declined because of topsoil loss. We also have this great Angkor Wat in Cambodia which also declined. But our present economic model is devastating, exploitative. Sometimes it is suicidal and parasitic. We need to change the system. How are we going to do? We have no idea. We don't find any solutions in front of us. So I thought that I could explore the ancient wisdom of the ancient Tamils who were living on the southern part of India. So I wondered on these problems, and then while I was going through these ancient poems of the Tamils, I found they have such a fantastic, clear view of their relationship with nature. For example, they have seen the world into 4 different types of biotypes. Kurinji, the mountainous; Mullai, the forest area; Marudam, the plains; and Neithal, the coastal area. They define these biotypes very clearly with typical plants, typical animals, typical tribes, and their occupation. And they have even gone to such an extent that they could say the mood of that particular ecotypes, and they defined it from the time and space. As a psychological extension of this particular explanations, they also found God belongs to an ecosystem. This idea sounds probably strange to a Western mind, but the ancient Tamils thought that God is an integral part of an ecosystem and he is not a fallen angel from somewhere else. It's very interesting. How do you find that? So they were talking about these 4 ecosystems, and then when deforestation occurs and landscaping occurs, they realized that a desert can be very easily produced. And then the question comes, who is the God for that particular desert ecosystem? And so they defined very clearly God is a metaphor. So with this kind of a background, the wise men advised the kings to be wise, to be sustainable, to retain water, harvest water, and understand that he is an integral part of the ecosystem, and he should consider the flora and fauna as their own sibling. There are beautiful poems to describe that. That's what I found in this discovery, and I wrote it in this chapter. My recommendation would be to do a thorough search of ancient knowledge. We have it with the American Indians, we have them with the ancient Indians, with the Chinese, the ancient Europeans. We need to do a knowledge mining of this ancient text and find proper solutions which are in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we need to have a interlinguistic dialogue, we need to have a intercultural dialogue, and that's what we need. That's what I recommend.